Fortune, maybe if I can just kick off things with the first question, if you can just tell us how the team preparedness is going. I mean, you played your first game against Mamelodi Sundowns. Now we're going to our first home game at the Emirates Stadium against Bidvest Wits. So how are the preparations going for the second match going in and your first match at home?
Well, the preparations have been going very well. Mm-hmm. I think we take the positives from the game we played on Tuesday against Mamelodi Sundowns. So taking that into account, I feel like we were very happy about the performance, and we're going to take that into the next game as a positive for us. So the preparations have really been going well.
Okay. We'll now, thank you, Fortune. We'll now take questions from the floor. If there are any questions from the media, please raise your hand as requested, and we'll give you an opportunity to ask. Okay, it looks like the first question is from Silibalo Karabo. May you please ask your question, Silibalo?
Thank you very much, Ostandi. Fortune Makaringe, what a game that you had during the course of the week. I mean, for a lot of us, it was the first time we've seen you put in such a great performance for the club. Where did you get that energy from? I mean, obviously the club has been, well, the league has been on lockdown for the last couple of months, but the performance that you put in, where did you get that performance? Did you really see yourself as being one of the stars? Because, you know, obviously there's two players missing from the club who are also very important, but what inspired you to put in such a great performance on a midweek up against the Sundowns?
Thank you so much. I think I have to give credit to the whole team. It was a well-fought team performance. The whole team gave it their best, and we're a team that supports one another. So for me, I have to give credit to the technical team, the medical team, and our fitness coach for making sure that we stay in good condition. So in terms of confidence, you can only be as good as your teammates. So we support one another.
Okay, the next question is from Velile Myandu. Velile, please ask your question.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Velile from SABC. Fortune, let's talk about the role that you are playing now. You feel revived because at some stage you were playing more on the left, midway or at the beginning of the season. Are you feeling revived because now you're playing in a more familiar position, and also those box entries that you make is something that also you've had, especially from your previous team too?
Well, I feel like in everything that we do and prepare for in each and every game that we come across, there's certain tactical aspects that need to be taken into account. So everyone's role is determined by how we plan for the opposition, and it's quite a good gesture for us because in our team we have versatile players. So for me, whatever role that I'm given to do and play, to make sure that we contribute for the team, I'm always willing to do that, and that's what we have in our team. Versatile players who can play anywhere at any time and give their best to make sure that we do well for the team.
Thanks, Phil. Do you have any further questions from the media? Okay, Fortune, I'll ask you this question from the Orlando Pirates app. The question is, seeing that you'll be moving to Emirates Stadium, have you trained there before? Have you played there before? How do you think the experience will be having a different venue as your home venue?
Well, we haven't trained there, so it's going to be the first time for us to go and play there. So it's going to be a very different experience. Like you said, that it's the Emirates Stadium. So we're looking forward to making sure that we collect maximum points, because that's going to be our first home game in a while. So everywhere we play, it's a home game for us, and we need to make sure that we do well for the team.
Okay, and then follow-up question from the Orlando Pirates app again, from Siyabonga Memela. Fortune, if you could, are you more comfortable playing deep, or you like the Memela role, playing behind Mango, if you had to choose? Don't come. Okay, yeah, I think that's it.
Well, everyone wants to score goals. Everyone wants to contribute in making sure we assist our teammates. So for me, well, I feel like wherever that's going to best suit the style of play for our team, that's pretty much fine with me. Because I know even if I can play on the wing or as a number 10 or as a forward, which is something that most people haven't seen from me. But anyway, it's fine with me, as long as I make sure that I contribute in the team's success.
Okay, Velile, I see you have your hand up again.
Oh, I have another chance again. Okay, thank you. About Bidvest Wits tomorrow. We spoke to them earlier today. They've played 2 matches, one more game than you guys. Even though you guys looked fresher in the opening game, you feel that it will be a bit of a challenge because their legs are stronger now. They've played 2 more matches, and we also know that games between you guys are always very competitive too.
It's quite fair to mention that they are a formidable side, and we respect them for the good that they've actually been doing. But I think it's more about ourselves. We always focus on ourselves and without being complacent or anything. But we just need to go and make sure that we do the job for the team. Yes, they have played a game more than us, which gives them the advantage because they've gotten used to the situation and everything. But we just have to go there and do the best that we can to make sure that we win for the team. That's the most important thing.
Chad, you had your hand up as well. Chad, do you still have a question?
Yes, sorry, I thought I was going to be unmuted on your side. Fortune, I think Belile touched on it a bit, but since we've seen Wits come back, you know, all the drama around the club sale and stuff like that, they look like a team that's you know, coming out to prove a point and stuff. They've played 2 matches and scored in both now, which sort of suggests they are a free scoring team. What have you made of their 2 performances so far? And I mean, how do you go about playing against a side that almost has nothing to lose? I mean, all the players' futures are at stake at the moment. How do you play against a side where players have nothing to lose and their motivation is actually to sell themselves in this instance? And secondly, I mean, playing with Ben, does that complement you? I mean, for your performance on Tuesday night. Does that allow you more freedom to roam and venture forward the way you did against Sundowns?
Okay, I'll start with the Bidvest one. I think the most important thing, like I've just mentioned, is to focus on ourselves more. Well, we wouldn't know if it's playing mind games or anything from their side to mention those things. So it's very important for us to stay focused and focus on our game. We need maximum points in the next one. So we have to give it our all, and we know that in every match that you go and play, we are representing millions of people out there that are Buccaneer fans. So we need to go and play for them. And coming into the one about Ben, we are a team that complements one another. We need one another, and we play for one another. So, and that came with tactical aspects that we had to tweak during the game, because in the first half we played more deep as a 6-6, and in the second half we had to change tactics and allow ourselves to attack more with certain aspects that we we do and we practice in our training sessions to make sure that we are versatile, we are mobile, and we are not a predictable team. So it could have been him attacking more and me staying deep. So it's a collective effort from everyone.
Okay. Mark Stradom, I believe you're next.
Thanks. Yeah, Fortune, I just want to ask, Pirates looked very sharp. I just wondered if you could maybe give us some background on just how it was that you guys got beaten into shape so quickly, because I think contact training would have been maybe a week with the squad and looking really decent there again in that opening game and growing in strength as well. And also, can you just maybe give us an idea, how difficult is it going to be this month where you've had a 5-week out instead of 2.5 months like a normal preseason, and a preseason you get 6 weeks break at home, and then you get 6 weeks on, building up to the next season or to 2 months. And then you've got to go straight into matches that are coming thick and fast. Just how difficult do you think that's going to be for teams? And as a player, how do you think that's going to be? Thanks very much.
Thank you. Well, it is indeed a very unique experience, and it's quite challenging for us. But then the technical team and our fitness trainer, the conditioning team, the medical team have been doing their utmost best to make sure that we stay in good shape. I mean, even if we were not training outside or anything, but we still had our Zoom sessions. We made sure that we stay fit during the virtual training sessions and stuff. So, and also the pre-camp that we had a week before the bubble also played a huge role, which is, I need to give credit to the Orlando Pirates family, the staff, the management, and everyone for thinking that deep and making sure that we stay prepared for such a period.
I think the second one that you asked was just how difficult is it going to be coming back from a 5-week break and then playing consistently now. And normally you get a 2 months break in between seasons and.
Well, it's quite challenging. I think this is where you realize that we need everyone in the team, and I'm quite happy about the competition that we have in the team, the squad that we have, and the depth that we have, because the competition is very healthy and high. Everyone is looking to make sure that they contribute and help the team, and that for me is actually something that's motivating to know that even if I'm going to be outside, there's someone that's going to go in and do the job for the team. So we even going to give rest for everyone to stay fresh and play for the team.
Okay. Rowan Duke, please ask your next question.
Fortune, I wanted to check here. In the first leg, when you guys played against Wits in Durban, the game, which was a cracker, and then finished 4-3, and then you guys also lost to them in the Nedbank Cup, I think in the first round. Just based on those games, and then look at them, how they played the last 2 games, what do you think? Is there any revenge inside that you have to beat them this time? Because I'm sure, losing those games still hurts.
Well, in as much as it is not about vengeance or anything, we always play to win. And that's what our main focus and mission is always about in each and every game that we play. The past experience has shown that there's always goals in that game. So, which is something that we need to live up to, and live up to the expectations of everyone scoring goals in such a fixture. So we need to go there, score, because you only win games by scoring goals. So we need to fix that. Hopefully we'll be fortunate this time around.
And okay, we'll go back to the app, the Orlando Pirates app. The next question is from Tabong Kosi, who says Mamela brought some oomph into the match against Sundowns. Is he going to start? And also, Makaringe has been exceptional with the distribution. How are you linking up with, how do you see yourself linking up with Zungu in the future?
I wouldn't know who's going to start or if I'm even going to start tomorrow. And given the fact that everyone's really giving their best and they're doing well for the team. And I have to give credit to people like Memela. He always gives us something that the team needs. He has that thing in him that motivates everyone. Even when he comes in, he has that influence. So his influence is, you can see that he's very experienced and he's a very exceptional player. And as for Zungu, he's been doing very well. He's sweet left and he's going to surprise too many people. so I'm looking forward to playing with everyone in the team. I enjoy playing with everyone in the team. Like, very, very good teammates too. And you learn a lot from everyone in the team.
Okay. Next question, we move on to Amanda Dlamini. Amanda Dlamini?
Sandy.
Yes, Amanda.
Good afternoon, also Fortune. I just wanted to ask, firstly, I must compliment how you guys have done this season, but also in terms of targets, club targets or team targets, do you guys feel that you've achieved those even in the midst of COVID?
I think that's for you, Sister. That is for you.
Okay, Fortune is deflecting that one to me. Look, Amanda, I think for us as a club, Fortune has already alluded to that. We go into every competition, every match, every encounter with an intention to win. That's always our primary objective. And the season is not over. Obviously, we've already been written off in terms of the league. But that has taken pressure off us because everyone is focusing on the favorites, which is Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns. So what we're doing as a team is just enjoying ourselves, enjoying our football, and like Fortune said, playing to win and collect as many points as we can, and we'll see where things end up at in the final analysis at the end of the season. But as far as the club's objectives are concerned, our intention is always to win.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Fortune, are you happy? Is there anything you want to add onto that, or can we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. The next question, Morgan Peak.
Hi, Fortune. Hi, Morgan here from IFM Sport. Fortune, how inspiring was Ben Motswari's performance the other night, taking that he had a bit of a setback and, he led from a charge and showed that, you can overcome adversity and put a challenge to anything out there.
It was very inspiring. He had a top game, and that for us as a team, it's quite a good and a positive for us because we are a team that supports one another, and we've been together throughout the whole entire situation and experience. So for him to actually step up and give such a good performance coming from that, it inspires everyone, and I think it's something that we need to learn as a nation from people like him. In as much as we're playing to save lives, we are in a bubble to save lives, and we need to motivate people and to realize that this thing is real, and we need to take necessary precautions. So for Ben to come out and work in such a manner, it's very inspiring for everyone.
Well put, Fortune. The next question will revert back to the Orlando Pirates app, and the question comes from Siyabonga Memela again, and he says, we saw a lot of running against Sundowns. Are the players fit enough to run like that every 3 to 4 days? Bearing in mind that there won't be a long pre-season, will that not result in players peaking too early and fade towards the end?
Well, I think the whole purpose of the bubble is for people to go and play, come back and rest as much as possible. So there's no movements for someone to be going out and doing silly stuff or anything, because everything is in here. So we have to give credit even to the PSL, because that's what they were trying to avoid. So that gives us enough time to actually, in between the games, we can get enough time to actually rest and do the necessary things that need to be done in terms of recuperating and recovering as much as possible in between the games. So, well, I wouldn't know about the later stage. We're still focusing on finishing this one. Hopefully, our medical team and the fitness trainers, the technical team are going to come up with a good plan, so that when we move from, we take that transition from this season to the next one, everyone is in good condition.
Okay, next question, Masebe Qina. You may ask your question, please. Masebe Qina, please unmute and ask your question.
Yes. Thank you very much. Fortune, 20 league starts for you individually as a player so far this season. I mean, in a started team like Pirates, what do you make of the progress that you have made as a player individually? And going forward, what do you want to achieve with the team?
Well, I hadn't even realized that I've played 20 league starts, because I've been taking it one game at a time with the support that I'm getting from my teammates. I need to commend them for everything that they've been doing, not just for me, but everyone in the team. So
Please speak up, please.
All right, for me, I would like to see myself contributing more in assisting and scoring goals, because as a footballer, you want to score goals. So in order for the team to win, you need to score goals. In as much as you can assist and everything, but we always need match winners. And that's something that we need to improve on, getting as much match winners as we possibly can. So that's something that I would like to see myself doing more, getting there, scoring goals, assisting. That's going to help the team to achieve a lot of great things, because if you don't score, then we make it difficult for ourselves to achieve titles. And that's what I want to see myself contributing in many titles as much as possible.
Okay. Next question goes to Velile Miandu again. Velile.
Fortune, talking of scoring goals, I noticed that at the beginning of the second round, you guys were banging them in. But if we look at the last 4 matches, yes, you've been keeping clean sheets, but you have scored only 1 goal in the last 4 matches. In fact, you haven't scored in the last 3. What has been the difference? Would you say maybe the teams starting to track your offensive movements? What has been the difference in not scoring? I'm saying this knowing that you hit the woodwork in the last game.
Well, we can't take away anything from the opposition, because they have been tracking our movements and stuff, but we've still been creating a lot of chances. We've just been unfortunate. So it's a matter of luck, and luck always finds those that are well prepared, and that's what we've been doing, preparing ourselves for whenever we get that luck, and making sure that we convert the opportunities that we get in each and every game, because that's something that we've been working on. More shots at goal, more shooting in our training sessions. So it's going to come. We need to be patient and prepare ourselves for whenever the luck presents itself to us.
Okay, next question. Robin Duke.
Andy, I just wanted to check here. Maybe you can give us an update on with regards to Shonga and Shonga and Lodge. What's the latest with them? And just on your Fortune, last part is that Orlando Pirates are third on the log. Is there a dream and a desire to for next season to go and play in Africa? Maybe in a CAF Champions League. If one may can put it that way, or in the Confederations Cup. Because if I look at the last two campaigns when you're playing in Africa, I look at what happened this season. You were part of that team. And also last season as well, Pirates didn't push further, forward in terms of the CAF Champions League. What is the dream this time around? Is to go to Champions League? Because it looked like it's gonna be tight between you guys and other teams that are fighting for the top four.
You go first.
Okay. Well, our vision and mission is always to make sure we finish at the top. So with this camp, we need to make sure that we win as many games as possible, and hopefully we will get a place in Africa as a bonus. So we need to focus on winning first, so that we can actually achieve that position for Africa. So we need to win in order to be there.
And Robin, to answer your question, I think in terms of the Thembinkosi Lodge as well as Justin Shonga situation, the club has posted a statement on the Orlando Pirates app where everyone was referred to for reference, and should there be any developments regarding that, they will also be made on the very same platform. As far as the team is concerned, we are focused on our matches, and the focus is solely on the next match, which is Bidvest Wits on Saturday. Thank you. Speaking of the app, we'll take the next question from the Orlando Pirates app. I see Muzugisi Ngoloti has asked, do our players still believe that there's still a chance to sneak and win the league? Fortune, I think that's for you. Do you believe that there's still a chance for us to sneak in there and steal the league?
That's quite a tricky one. Well, we always believe in ourselves, the team, and everything that we do, that we always give it our all and make sure that we achieve something great. So for us, I think it's fair enough to focus on tomorrow's game, and then we can talk about that after. Maybe you can come back and ask me after tomorrow's game. Let's collect the 3 points tomorrow, and then we'll give him a proper response, knowing that we have won something. We have 3 points in our hands.
We'll take the final 3 questions, starting with Sandy Lendumo, followed by Mark Stradom, and then I will let you know who the third and final question would go to. So Sandile, please ask your question.
Thank you. Fortune, you come from a team where the team looked up to you, in order to make something happen, in order to get the team going. And when you look at where you are now, you are at a team where you are surrounded by quality all around. How much of a plus has that been for you, in your performances, in your development, and in terms of how you are performing, how you've performed so far this season? Thank you.
Well, I feel like I come from a team where we look up to one another. So, and my transition from there to here, I think it's pretty much the same, in as much as the quality here is of the highest level. That's without a doubt. So, coming here, I knew very well that it would have to take a lot for me to actually fight and gain the confidence and from my teammates and stuff. But with the quality that we have and the support that we have from each and everyone, it complements one another, and it makes it easier for someone to express themselves. So for that, I feel like there's a lot that I can achieve with the kind of teammates that I have and the team that I play for in all aspects.
Okay. Following question from Max Stradom.
Thanks, Tandi. Yeah, Fortune, we saw Kaniso Zungu get a debut against Sundowns. I know you arrived with injuries. As someone who's arrived there new this season and really taken the bull by the horns with the chances you've been given, it's been very impressive how you've made it a situation where the coaches can't actually ignore you, which I think is what you have to do when you arrive at a big team. Just what do you think of Zungu, having had a look at him? I know he arrives highly rated, and do you speak to him to give him advice, and can he make it the same way? And obviously nice to see this sort of situation with COVID, that players like Zungu probably will get a bigger role because of, there's going to have to be rotation and so on.
Yes, he's actually my brother. That's why we share a lot of conversations together. So, and we've known one another since when he was still playing for Amazulu and I was still at Maritzburg. So we share a lot, and I try to also what can I say, give him proper advice and stuff, and guide him where he needs to actually find solutions and stuff. So for him, I'm very happy for him because he's taking quite great steps. Coming in, he came in an injury and he had some issues, and he's taken the necessary steps, which is why he even got his debut against Mamelodi Sundowns. It shows that he's been working very hard, and he's still gonna offer a lot of great stuff for the team.